Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. We will guide you on how to connect Magical API services to a Bubble project. In this case, we'll focus on the Resume Parser service. Let's begin. I have a project from before, but I'll create a new one for this tutorial. Click this button, then enter a name for your project. Select Start with a web app and create a blank app. Then click here. Here you should activate the free trial for this project if you don't have a purchased plan. You need some premium features for this project. Click on Activate Free Trial. Now we are on UI Designer page of Bubble. Here we can design the UI of our web app using the components in the left panel. We need an input box to get the resume URL from the user. Drag and drop an input box, then enter a placeholder for it. Adjust its size and position. Next, add a button and enter a label for it. This button will trigger sending a request to Resume Parser service. Click Add Workflow here to create a new workflow for the button. Click Event. Now we are in the Workflow tab for the Bubble Builder dashboard. I'll leave this workflow for now and go to the Plugins tab. Click Add Plugin. Install the API Connector plugin. If it's not listed, search for it. Using this plugin, we can send requests to Magical API services. We'll define API calls for each service here. Click Add another API. Type Magical API as the API name. Select private key in header as the authentication type. The key name is API-key. In the private key field, enter your API key. You can get it from the Magical API panel. Navigate to the Magical API website and log into your account, or sign up if you don't already have an account. Now we are in the Magical API dashboard. You can access your API keys from here. To access the API and get an API key, you need a Pro plan, which you can see here. If you go to the Pricing tab, you can see the Pro and Business plans include access to API. Go to the API Info tab. Here you can generate a new API key. After generating it, copy the key, go back to Bubble, and paste it into the private key field. Next, we need to add an API call. Name it Resume Parser Create Request. Use as action. Data type is JSON and request type is post. Enter the Resume Parser endpoint here. You can find it in the Magical API Documentation. Go to the Resume Parser page. Then go to the Resume Parser Request tab. You'll see the endpoint URL here. Copy Go back and paste it here. Next, define the request JSON body. It's also in the documentation. Copy and paste it. Remove the sample URL. Replace it with a dynamic value like resume URL. Also add another field named webhook URL. This webhook is a feature in Magical API for platforms like Bubble to receive responses when ready. In the next steps, we'll define the webhook URL for this Bubble project. Uncheck these boxes, they're not private. Enter some test data here, then click Initialize Call. Save. Now we are done here. Go to the Backend Workflows tab. Create a new backend workflow. Select its type as API workflow. Enter an endpoint name without the spaces. Check this box and this one. Set it to post. Select detect request data and click detect data. Copy this URL and go to the Magical API documentation again. Go to the webhook section. In this form, select Resume Parser as the service key, then paste the URL into the webhook URL field and click Submit. Okay, go back to Bubble. You will see the Resume Parser response schema was detected by Bubble. Click Save. Click the plus icon to add a new action. From the Data or Things menu, select Create a new thing. Click Create New Type and name it Resume Data. Add new fields like first name, field type is text. Add other fields like last name, email, and phone number. Assign values to each field from the request data of webhook. We are done here. Go back to the Workflows tab. Add a new action from Plugins menu. Select this one. This is the same API call we defined before. Fill out the request data fields. Use a dynamic value for this resume URL. Enter the value of the input box added in the UI designer. For webhook URL, enter the same URL you copied in the backend workflow, but remove the initialize from end of it. Now, every time a user clicks the button, a new request will be sent to the Resume Parser service. Now, we can test our application. Go to the Data tab and App Data to see the results. Enter the URL of a resume file here, then click the button. Wait for the result. Now you can see the resume content parsed and stored. That's all. Your Magical API Resume Parser is now connected to Bubble. Visit our blog and YouTube for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.